Smarter, greener, safer. We know what we want from the future of mobility, but to find out what that future looks like, we're not heading to Silicon Valley, but here to Guangzhou, home of Chinese EV manufacturer Xpeng. This is the Xpeng G3, and I drive a very similar model back in Shanghai. This is the first model from Xpeng, and since then they've added 2 more diverse models to the family, and I hear there's more to come. Seven years, 3 models, from a handful of pioneers to over 10,000 employees in under a decade. And yesterday I met a person who knows that history almost better than anyone else. So back for a bit to Shanghai. So I'm here at the flagship Xpeng store here in Shanghai, and I'm here with Brian Gu, the Vice Chairman and President of Xpeng Motors.
Very nice to be here.
So I actually bought my first Xpeng car back in 2019. So I'm a new dad. My little baby boy was just being born, and we needed a practical, environmentally friendly car to drive around Shanghai. So we bought the G3, the car behind us here, and I've loved driving it ever since.
You know, we actually set up the company with one vision in mind, is provide smart mobility to customers like you. We want to be more than just EV. And our mission is try to create mobility solutions to a broader set of mobility needs. For example, we're building vehicles, we're building flying vehicles, we're also developing, robotic last mile solution. Green and sustainability is actually a core piece of our mission. For example, in our manufacturing processes, we use a lot of renewable energies that generates power for our plant. We also do waste treatment and wastewater treatment, so actually we focus on green impact.
So I think what makes me feel really excited to work at Xpeng is that I'm constantly get exposed to cutting-edge technologies like autonomous driving and also AI-powered human-machine interaction technologies. Just work on the financing project of HC Era in the last several months. They just raised $500 million, one of the largest deal in Asia low-altitude flying vehicle sectors. HC Era's technology, such as carbon fiber structures, can actually be shared within our ecosystem with our vehicles, our robotics, and I think that's really the exciting part of it.
So Mike, you're from the autonomous driving unit, and we're currently in the calibration lab. So how does Xpeng make a difference in customers' lives like me?
First of all, we emphasize on safety a lot. We have multiple warning and assist features to ensure when driver is not paying attention, we can keep the safety of the vehicle and the driver. We have a highway navigated pilot as well as auto parking to ensure the comfort of the driver.
领域已经不仅仅智能汽车，我们正在向多元的智能出行领域去探索，所以我们需要一个新的小鹏的。
Behind me is Xpeng, talking about how over the last 7 years of Xpeng, they've really built a culture of exploration and really pushed the boundaries of mobility. This is a brand day, but it's more than that. It's a celebration of the people and the customers, like myself, who have been part of this amazing journey.
小鹏会将全球化面向设定一个全新的起点，因为在全球化我们正在刚刚的开始，我们如何从中国走向全球，如何让将来大家到任何的国家都看到小鹏的车、小鹏的品牌，这也需要我们全新的梦想跟全新的品牌去承载。
We're about done here for the day in Guangzhou. Tomorrow is the Guangzhou Auto Show. In the meantime, we're going to go across to the team in California to talk to Dr. Xinzhou Wu from the Xpeng Autonomous Driving Center about how they're going to change the way we drive fundamentally.
Do you think the things we are working on here at Xpeng will really change the way people drive?
Well, absolutely. The company is working on smart EV. In my mind, smart EV is very much like smartphone. When smartphones were introduced to people, after people started using them, there's no really coming back. I think smart EV will happen in the same way. Obviously, the team here is working on autonomous driving. And with the release of our last autonomous driving feature, highway navigation guided pilot, actually our customers, they love it so much. Right now, they are using it in average 60% of their driving time on the highway. So actually with our technology, we have already changed the way people travel on the highway. When we say full stack in-house assist driving, that means that in the software, we develop all the main components in-house. The main benefit, obviously, of having full in-house capability is that we can iterate on the technology better. We are really developing technology on mass production cars. So we have access to massive data, which can help us close loop better. So this is also, what's make us really, really unique as compared to everybody pretty much.
We've been talking a lot about how the company has grown, but looking forward, a little in the future. When you look back at, your memorable times at Xpeng, what would be the first few things that would come to your mind?
We're right in the middle of, one of the most important transformative times of our life, which is, bringing on autonomous driving. This is one of the big tech breakthroughs of our time, and I think. Looking back on this, I think we're all going to be very proud that we got to, take a part of it.
Definitely. I guess, the next time you see a car out on the road driving by itself, you'd be like, oh, I made a piece of it.
Yeah.
I guess that's got to be pretty rewarding.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're here at the Guangzhou Auto Show, and as you can see behind me, it's a show on a truly international scale. This year is a significant year for Xpeng, and we're going to hear from company director and co-founder Henry Shah, who's about to come on stage and tell us exactly why.
Very popular, absolutely.
We've just seen the first preview of the G9 over here. Looks very, very impressive. Now I'm joined by Fosco, one of the algorithm engineers from Xpeng. Can you tell me what you personally like about this car?
This is very a tech car, I would say, because it has the Xpilot 4.0. Basically, you can travel from one destination to another destination just using our driving system. Before, when you buy a car, it's as is. But right now, when you buy a car, it can evolve itself. You have some surprise for each OTA. That, I think, will make our customer very happy, because you can see your car is changing over the time. When I joined Xpeng, it was a small company. In 2018, my family would just ask, are you crazy? But right now it grows so fast. There are a lot of good engineer, talented engineer commitment to make it possible. It's a big journey, it's a good journey.
So the new international SUV model, the G9. I think we're going to get a chance to speak to Henry in just a moment, and then after that we'll get a closer look at the G9 itself. So why did you choose an SUV for this model?
首先呢，我们觉得 SUV 车型在全世界各地都非常受欢迎。第一款我们准备大批量在全球销售的车型，那么我们从开发之初觉得用 SUV 车型是最稳妥的。
There's been an amazing amount of change in the last few years. What's it been like to be on that journey with Xpeng?
我觉得首先我们感觉到啊，就是我们的成长，第一是有赖于整个智能电动车的迅猛发展，我们正好踩在了这个潮流上，我觉得是第一点。第二点呢，我觉得所有我们小鹏创业的伙伴，他们个人都成长非常快，在设计能力上，在技术水平上，在我们的视野上越来越广，越来越快。第三呢，就是我感觉我们的车主朋友 我们很多关心我们小鹏汽车的朋友跟着我们一起在成长，所以我一直也认为，要把智能电动车的事业做成，不是光靠我们小鹏汽车人，也靠我们的所有的朋友们一起的推动。那么将来我觉得我们要继续保持这样的一个探索和学习的精神，持续的进步。
What an amazing few days in Guangzhou. For me, I'm heading back to Shanghai, but I'm heading back with one question. If Xpeng have been able to achieve this over the past 7 years, what will they be able to achieve in the next 7?